Yeah.
Okay, here we go, guys. Good-looking games versus Perilous Rage. You can forget what happened on and you can forget what happened on Inferno because it's all coming down to this one map, which is Mirage up and Hoss. Mirage slightly CT-sided, and without a doubt, the team that starts on the CT side, you'd expect them to capitalize on it.
Yeah, you really would. And it looks like that team may just be Perilous Rage after this knife round. And yeah, it's a map where strats become so important, rotations as well. One of the maps where it has a longer rotation time than others from the A and B bomb site. If you look at Cash, it's pretty quick, straight through mid vents or CT. If you look at Inferno, you can either go Arch or you can take the long route through mid. Nuke is just up and down vents. Mirage, it's pretty long. If you go through mid, you've got to go all the way up, then either down apartments or down through short. Or you've got a pretty long CT area, so need to be quicker on those rotations on the CT side, and this is a pretty standard setup we're seeing here. Voting more players towards the B side on the CT pistol round than the A.
Yep, so the names are the wrong way around. We can confirm that Malik won 2-0, so they will be facing the winner of this map. Chance opening things up. There's the headshot from him. Double from Chance. Oh, so hungry to get the third. It's going to be Ash and Chance to look for the that third player in CT spawn. That player was wrecked, and well, he did get wrecked. And Shig only on 13 health. He'll surely go down sometime soon. There it is, and that was a very, very strong A take and round from good-looking gamers. Perilous Rage, unfortunately, they had no answer to it, and Chance is just going to get a 4-man, as you do. He's done very, very well so far.
Yes, he has indeed, in getting that first round, of the half on the T side. My brain is now turning into yours. On getting first round on the T side, it's always a good start. Now they can go for this buy. The AK-47 is a little bit of an expensive one, which they could lose here as Mark's going aggressive. Does get taken down by Chance. Ash and Chance combining to get frags. As it's just Shig and Rek left. Rek gets one, gets two, finds himself an AK, and to quote you, hello, what's going on here? It's just gone topsy-turvy.
Well, Rek. Yeah, Rek dropped down to his death there. Peaks, fortunately, in the right place at the right time. Joseph needs to pick up the bomb, and look, Perilous Rage lost that round, but they did really, really, really well, in my opinion, to drop 3 out of the 5 GLG players. That'll hurt their economy, particularly taking into account that they didn't plant the bomb. So Perilous Rage will still be on an eco come this round, and good-looking gamers will still most likely march out of these first few rounds with a 3-0 lead. But Perilous Rage, not a bad round from them. Why do I keep mixing up halves and rounds today? It's a bit of a weird one, isn't it? But yeah, not a bad round from Perilous Rage.
Yeah, definitely so. They're able to pull it through even when it didn't look too great for them. Flashbangs going out. Ash going round onto short. Gets the frag on Stan. Now Joseph coming out. Very nice from him. Looking for a second. Sprays and gets it now. The run and gun with the Tech 9. Very nice pick from Shig. Bomb down on the B site. As Shig now just looking to do damage. If only he knew where Quiver was, he could just shoot through that wood. Get the frag. Wouldn't even really do damage. He only lost 1,000 there, he only had armor on him.
You can say, if he can pick up an AK-47 or a Galil here, he can save it for the next round, but well played Chance, flanking from behind. And just to clarify, guys, the team names are messed up, right? We know the team names are messed up, and I'm sure that the admins will sort it out sometime soon. So 3-0 in favour of the Terrorists, and Hoss, Mirage, one of those maps where on the T side you're only really expected to walk out with 6 or 5 rounds. So it just goes to show how crucial it is to win the pistol round and capitalise on the next 2 rounds and give yourself that early 3-round lead. And look at this, Mark with the FAMAS. Not just dropping Quiver, but he might pick up that AWP as well.
He may indeed, as getting flashed in from his teammate does some damage onto Ash. Down to 48 HP, and he's the bomb carrier. You might want to give that one off to his teammate. The Kobe grenade coming from Shig. Gonna do 64 points of health to Joe at the top of mid. That's a lot of damage, and just needs to tickle him now with that M4, and he will put him to bed. As this round looking like it's going to go the way of the good-looking gamers. Kind of expect this on the CT buy rounds. Perilous, though, they've got that head start that they need with the 3 rounds on the pistol side. Usually aim for maybe 5 on Mirage. They're now going to smoke off Stan away from that window and allow a chance to get up in there. Stan knows this. HE going to go across, and the HEs just this round have done so much for good-looking gamers, so much damage.
Well, Stan has read them like an book here. He knows exactly what's going on. He is going to drop time off from behind, knows exactly where Peaks is, and he's going to try and plant.
So going into this 5th round now, we can see both teams having to force this one up a bit. Perilous are on a Tech 9 with Quiver. The economy isn't looking too great for GLG either. As they're going to trade 1 for 1 to start things off. Losing that Tech 9 isn't too big of a deal. Mark, though, he does get the return. Stan now holding off Chance. 3 versus 4. Stan's taking a lot of damage, though. That HE going to put him down to 21 now. As Joseph is going to start to get surrounded. Gets the headshot onto Mark. Very nice flick from him onto Shig. And they've just cleared out this A-bomb site. Just Wreck left now. As Perilous Rage, they're going to get this bomb down. Does Wreck go for this? What's their money like? 350, 850, 750? They lose this, they have to eco. Wreck could think about saving. He's got almost 6 grand on him. Be a lot to lose. Now knows where one player is. He knows there's someone in Palace. Peaks is on the site on top of the bomb. Gets the headshot onto Wreck. That is all she wrote. Perilous now 4 rounds to 1. And GLG having to eco, so looking like Perilous going to get their 5th on the board.
Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Good. 4-1 the score in favour of Perilous. 5 AKs coming out, and a very, very solid start from them on the T side of Mirage. Stan and Co know that they need to try and do something a little bit abnormal, something a little bit different to try and surprise their opponents. But look at this, Mark is going to try and peek window room all by himself. The T's do exactly where it was, and that nade put him all the way down to 26 points of health, and Quiver will get the first frag.
And Ash getting another one here as well. Going to indicate that Perilous Rage looking to try and make a clean sweep here, although, as I said, that Quiver now falls. Stan is forced back down to ladder room because he can't drop down into window. Done some damage already, GLG. Joseph looking, spots the leg of Wreck, gets the headshot. That was extremely easy for him. And there it is. Easy round, 1 frag each. Sharon is caring for the Perilous Rage side. They're now 5 rounds to the good. They've done it. They've got the number of rounds they want. Anything now is a bonus.
Yep, good stuff from Perilous Rage. Double eco has to come in from GLG. Again, we're seeing how expensive the CT side is, but the CTs are running all the way towards ramp here. Off gets the frag. Quiver's got to be really, really careful because he has got that AWP. Glock kill comes in. Ash, fortunately, flanking from behind. And in the end, the CTs were in a good position, Haas, to maybe surprise the T's there, particularly because Quiver had that AWP, but they had no armor. Maybe if they'd had armor in that situation, Haas, that may have ended differently.
May have done indeed, and there it is. Perilous, they're starting to get some momentum building. Going back to what we saw on Cash, once they got the rounds on the board, they became hard to stop. It was just about the start that they needed. And 6 out of 7 rounds is the start indeed. We're going to see an AWP battle here, maybe. With a knife in Ash in the back won't help things. Who has the AWP? It is Quiver. I think he's going towards... Yeah, he's going for the quick pick towards B here. Let's just ride on board with him. He is faced with smoke. Gonna flash through. Switch to a Tech 9. This is a big risk for him. Gonna jump down and gets taken down immediately. That's a big loss for Perilous side. It's just Joseph left now. The bomb is gonna go down. So they still have money to play with, no matter the outcome. Smokes and flashes gives him some more room to move. Stan, not sure if he tagged him. He will get him the second time though. The bomb will be defused, and GLG now get their second round on the board.
And about time too. 6-2 the score. GLG, realistically speaking, I don't think Hoss, they'll be happy going into this second half with anything less than 9-6. So, no room for error for them. They've got to win every single round now from this point onwards. And obviously that's going to be much easier said than done. But the good news is that Perilous Rage, even though they'd won so many consecutive rounds, they invested pretty heavily. So if they lose this one, their finances, they will be forced onto an eco. And great return frag there from Chance. And obviously when it's 4 versus 4, it's more advantageous in favour of the Ts because it means the CTs can cover less ground. So let's see what Perilous do from here.
They are even numbers though. Joseph gonna catch Mark out, going a little bit too aggressive. Oh, just narrowly missing. In fact, no, he did tag Ash up there. It was only in the leg though, so still alive on 20 HP. Still spotting for that angle. Gonna Molotov to make sure Ash can't commit to this push. Pop flashes himself back in here. He's heard something towards B. It is a wild peaks over here. That Molotov gonna go down. Gig able to dodge it though. They've actually drawn all 3 players off GLG over to the B bomb site. This is textbook from Perilous Rage, forcing the rotation out when they only have 3 members. And now Chance is there on the rotation, stopping Rec getting anywhere near this A site. And it's just off. And Shig left now. As I say that, it's just Shig. It's just no one now for GLG. Really solid play there from Perilous Rage.
Yep, and it pretty much sums up why Perilous Rage probably are, from this point onwards, Hoss going to win this best of 3. You cannot afford to give away this many rounds on the CT side of Mirage, on what's such a CT-sided map as well. And the thing is, it gets harder and harder for GLG because they're stuck in this constant loop of buy up, lose, eco. Lose again, finally have enough money to buy up, lose, eco again. And it's just so tough to get any rounds on the board because really they're not getting many chances to do it. When they do finally have weapons to work with, they're not capitalizing. And it does look like Perilous Rage are going to rage straight into the B bomb site where no one but Shig is trying to hold back the attack.
And Perilous Rage just able to get straight onto this site now. Dan will be the first to fall. And Chance spotting for even more. Very nice flick from him onto off. As Quiver's getting himself on the scoreboard as well. And it's just a very easy round for Perilous Rage up against Pistols. So they are able to do one bit of damage by dropping Joseph. Rec looking to do more here. Very nice from him. He's got himself an AK, but not able to save it. And good looking game is going to have to force this one up. They do have the AWP. In fact, they're going double AWP. Be an interesting one. I'd assume 1 spotting B and then 1 mid or A.
Yeah, so 3 AWPs altogether on the field of play. 1 for Mark, 1 for Stan. Whilst Chance, the man with the big green gun, Perilous Rage. So 4 players heading towards B, 1 player going towards mid. He's most likely going to smoke out Connector and try and flank from short as soon as his teammates push up rats. But they do have to be very careful of Rec here. He's going to flash through that smoke. Mark gets the opening frag. Quiver returns things. Quiver's got to be careful. Off is going to push short. And, well, good-looking gamers on the verge of shutting things down here for Perilous Rage and Hoss. In the current positions of these Perilous Rage players, they don't really have too many options other than to try and push B like this.
Exactly right. Ash would have been heard dropping down here. Off. Gonna join his team on short. Joseph gonna get taken down. Rec with the double kill here. Chance. He's gone big on this side before. He's gonna look to do it again. Gets one. Looking for the second, gets that one as well. 1 HP, it's do or die now for this man. Jig's gonna hear the bomb going down. He's gonna charge in, just needs to spray. And even so, little moments of magic from Chance, but it's just not enough. 8 rounds though, they don't really need any more on the board. As I said before, anything over 5 is the bonus. Perilous Rage. GLG though, they could start to get some rounds on the board here. Win this one, they could break the economy of Rage.
That last round, Perilous would have been so much more better off if they had sent 2 people to mid, because what happened was, the mid player was really, really isolated, and then when the CTs, 2 of them, went too aggressive on him, he was just taken out really, really easily. But great nade coming in from off, but they've got to be careful here, because Ash and Joseph will be looking to flank, whilst their teammates, you know, cause a distraction on ramp room, and the CTs, at least one of them, is playing very aggressive at ramp here, so he could be an easy target for them.
Could be as Ash getting denied yet again here with this smoke in Palace. The moment he steps out is the moment he gets taken down, and look how aggressive Mark's been going. Incarning Glando now picks up the AK, and he has just single-handedly suffocated Perilous Rage, and it just allows the rest of his team to go so calculated here and push out.
Well, the problem is that that's what happens. Again, I know I keep saying this, when you put your all your eggs in one basket, which is why a lot of teams, they first start rounds off, they sort of wind down the first 30 seconds of the clock by splitting and picking. What they do is they prevent the CTs going aggressive like that and gaining information. Because what happened was, I mean, obviously we caught it out once Mark was all the way in T-spawn, but the information would have actually started to be passed towards the CTs when the rotation started coming in, which was around 10 or 15 to 20 seconds earlier, when Mark had pushed all the way through up B apps, have got into that area where Snacks got his kill at Katowice, and he'd already have checked underground, and he will have called it to his teammates, said, guys, look, I've pushed all the way, I'm almost in T-spawn and I've seen nobody. So Perilous Rage, the mass majority of their players are going to be in and around the A bomb site, which is why they actually ended up in the end with 1 person in connector and essentially 3 people on the A bomb site. So Perilous Rage, they've got to be careful from the flank like that, because the CTs will be looking for a lot of information, trying to take risks like that.
And it's the risks that pay off like that. Just getting the intel can be so good for your team. Missing the point blank shot there. It's going to be Mark. Come in and get some frags. He's on 2, I believe, already this round. Looking for the 3rd one. Chance was able to get an AWP, but not able to use it. That was an easy pickup there for good-looking gamers. Perilous Rage. There are 2 rounds left in this round for them to try and hit double figures. Considering the start for GLG, I think 7 rounds would be great for them. Trailing for such a long time to be able to pull it back to such a close score. As it looks like we're seeing a set play come out of Perilous right now. Smokes are getting set.
Yeah, most likely put one. They're going first before they execute. What they're going to do is they're going to wait for that smoke in front of ramp to disappear, because they don't want to throw their smokes and then have to push through that CT smoke. The only problem here is, look, they've done it again. Mark has pushed very, very aggressive here at B. Shig has pushed mid as well, and as soon as these smokes are going to come up, it wouldn't surprise me if you see Shig jump all the way down, because this is too predictable. There's no one on the B side of the site to sell the fake for the CT, so they know exactly what's coming here, and they already have 4 players on A.
That was a nice double nade, and the frag onto Stan. Now Rack is coming from CT. They've got the bomb down. It's just the defense now, 3 versus 4. Joseph saw the nade go across. He knows there's a man on CT. Shig now falls. Half coming in, catching out an exposed Joe.
Great flank.
Now it's just Quiver left. Half going big with this AWP, looking for more. Going for the defuse here. Gonna get sprayed through. 31 HP. He's got this defuse pretty easily. And there it is. All fell apart in the end for Perilous. Like you said, took a little bit too long executing it.
You see, if Perilous had someone on the B side of the map, maybe even if it was just 1 smoke, or to prevent Mark, or to kill Mark when Mark had gone so aggressive, then that could have ended a lot differently, and it would have prevented GLG rotating so many people over to the A bomb site so soon, and it would have bought Perilous Rage a lot more time. And that's the problem when you play set plays like that, particularly when the CTs, they throw that initial smoke down onto ramp to buy themselves time. So it was unlucky from Perilous Rage, but with just a few more tweaks, which it looks like that's what they're going to try and do here, it could work very well. They're going to head over towards Ramp Room. Stan gets one, however. Not sure where Peaks was taken down in and around the B bomb site, but the bomb has been left on the B side of the map. We've got one player, it's Chance, who's going to go towards mid and try and help Joseph out. So 5 versus 2. But it makes you wonder whether the T's might be able to do something here. Maybe if they can turn this into a 2 versus 4, it might be on.
They were so close to selling it. It was just wreck on that B bomb site for such a long period of time. As Joe gonna get one, gets a second here. Go hard or go home for him. Flicks around, drops off. He has the bomb as well. 40 seconds, 1 versus 2. 3 frags on the board already. Running all the way over to B. In fact, no, he's going back towards A. Wreck, though, positioned perfectly for this one, as is Stan. And there it is. One dink. Joe's body goes flying. And as I said, considering they were trailing for so long from 8-2, 8-7 is a good end of the half for GLG.
Yeah, precisely, but I still don't think they should be happy. I mean, Peaks, only 4 frags. You know, we don't like to single out individuals, but he's got to step it up now on the CT side. No excuses to it. And Perilous Rage, let's see whether they can win this pistol. But you know what? I probably favour the T's in this sort of scenario because the Glocks are so much stronger. They are so much better suited to running and gunning. And the bomb has been held. Where is that bomb on the back of Shig? The bomb's been held in app. So what we could see is a B fake come out here, and then Arf try and flank through connector, whilst Rek and Shig go through ramp, because they're going to expect the mass majority of these Perilous players to rotate over to B, and they're going to sell the fake. You know, they've only got Ash to deal with.
And Quiver dropping off now. The A bomb site is completely open. As Stan now coming from an unusual position, able to get all the way onto short there. Drops Quiver, and 2 versus 4. GLG, they get the bomb down. Is it going to be one of those strange nights where Mirage suddenly turns into a T-sided map just in the UK? Because GLG opened things up with the pistol round win, which is going to give them a solid lead to start this second half off.
8-8 the score, and the question is the GLG comeback real? Only time will tell. 3 Gills coming out, 1 AK coming out for Shig. And of course, Haas, it's always a gamble when T's opt to go for these big fat rifles as opposed to the submachine guns, because if they end up losing them, particularly that AK-47, which is a one-shot headshot kill, the CTs, you don't want them using it against you, because simply giving away a weapon like that could genuinely turn the round in their favour. So let's see how good-looking gamers look to approach this round.
They're going to start things off by being very passive, trying to see if Perilous Rage go aggro and get a little bit impatient on these sites. See, they're just holding their positions, walking forward bit by bit, checking all angles as they go. Chance position, gonna spot the head, off. Not able to find the frag, puts him down to 31 HP though. That would have been very big for the CT side had they picked off that kill and secured the Galil the rest of the round.
So the T's slowly controlling mid, good stuff from them, sending the 2 B players down towards underground, and it does seem like they are going to execute. Yeah, they should definitely execute onto the A-bomb site. Stan with the kill through the smoke. Quiver's got to be careful, he's turned away at the wrong time as the T's charge forward through connector and through window. They know where Chance is hiding, the crossfire is real. But fortunately, the Galil's there, the higher rate of firepower reigns supreme, and now Joseph finds himself in a 1 versus 4 with only a CZ75, and I mean, we know how good that CZ75 is, but realistically speaking, it should be a GLG round, and it will be a GLG round. 9-8 the score, and, well, good-looking games, guys, were 8-2 down at 1, so fair play to them. They've definitely woken up, but the question now is, can they, you know, just do that little bit enough on the T side of Mirage to merit themselves a place in tonight's final?
That is the big question. Are they able to just push through, stay as consistent as they have been in the past 7 rounds, get these wins that they so desperately need. It's always a big ask when you're on the T side. As Perilous Rage, again, they're not really showing much with this pistol round. Just holding angles, trying to catch the T's off guard, which Quiver may do. One or two players step out of connect, but it's usually one of the first angles you check as you move out, and it's exactly what Shig's going to do. Gets one there, and the rotation will quickly come in from the two B players, one going towards mid, and it's going to be Peaks going through CT. Bomb's gone down for some extra cash here. Peaks could actually be caught out. It's going to be Stan to get frag onto Chance. As Ash now falls, Peaks gonna get one onto Shig, so he's done some damage here, but it still won't be enough. As GLG, they're the first team to hit double figures here, 10-8. Now Perilous Rage, they're going to be on a buy. No AWP for them though. That could be a little bit costly.
It could be, but let's see how they're going to try and play this one out, because they might be able to, in fact, utilize that as an advantage. There's the smoke towards window room. We can see Arf waiting here, but look at this. This is the thing. This is the beauty about the M4 being so M4 heavy. The versatility it offers. The T's are going to peek mid now, thinking that window room is being smoked. But then they're going to be greeted by these CTs who have gone very, very aggressive. It's AKs versus M4s. Chance gets one. Chance's teammate should have been, you know, applying fire with him there. He shouldn't have let the T's get the written frag, and now they've technically got the advantage. So let's see what the CTs are going to do to try and adapt to this, and let's see what the T's are going to do with this mid roll. They could, in fact, boost into window room.
And it looks like that's exactly what they're going to do, but Joe quicker on the trigger finger there. Able to drop off, and things are now evened out yet again here. 3 versus 3. Joe coming back round from window. Stan's already on this A site. He has the bomb as well. Oh, it's just Stan left now. He goes hunting for the kill, finds it, but Peaks is ready and waiting to get the trade. This is where the CT dominance starts to become apparent. They've got one round here, and if they win this one, then GLG are forced onto an eco. And again, we're not seeing an AWP. Quiver though, his okay, he has an AK. I was going to say just sitting on a 5.7 was a little bit dire, but Peaks still only on a FAMAS. Still can go either way. Both teams not on the strongest buy.
So CT setup, we've got 2 players on B, namely Joseph and Peaks. Peaks, of course, the player with the FAMAS. We've got nobody controlling mid here for Perilous Rage. And again, people always keep emphasizing that mid control is important on Mirage, but the main reason why it's important is because it gives you that extra gateway in towards the B bomb site, and 2 potential extra gateways into the A bomb site. Of course, the first one being potentially boosting into window room, and the other one being flanking around from connector. So we've got Stan on ramp room. So with Shig, Arf, and Rek making their way down mid, we could see a boost into window room, and then Shig and Arf to push through connector together, while Stan executes through ramp room. And if they get this frag, then they definitely should do it. The flashes are going to go over. Stan probably will throw a flash over from ramp room as well. Not from ramp room, from A ramp. But they have given the CT time to rotate. Quiver's Molotov buying them a heck of a load of time. Quiver with 3. But Ash is still hiding underneath the apps. And the idea was good from GLG. But again, Hot, another situation where the Molotov buys you just about enough time to win you the round. And that was all about the Molotov there. Preventing the push from GLG and allowing Perilous Rage, or allowing Quiver rather, to rotate just in the nick of time. Hoss, are you alive?
Yep, I am here.
Yeah, okay,
I was just playing with dead air a little bit there. We were seeing what Perilous Rage brought up. Yeah, no, not too many grenades, but again, they don't really need them. They are up against an eco, and it's going to be a contact play. Good old P250 train through apartments, and they're only leaving one player here. It is Joseph. He knows the play is coming now. Gets one, but it took him a bit of a while. Gets 2. It's 2 headshots in total for him. Peaks now the man to defend. He's got 1. There's 2 members left. Spots the bomb. 1 guy left. Easy clean up for Chance over there. Perilous Rage take the lead yet again here. Something they knew, or a feeling they know very well this game. It'll be tough. Still no AWP in play. The economies can't really sustain one just yet for either team. Interesting one. It's just been so back and forth.
So there's the mid smoke. Rec, all eyes on connector. Just sees that smoke dropping down, and he'll be able to hear it blossom. Whilst Shig, again, preventing any potential CT, going a little bit too aggressive for his liking in and around this B bomb site to try and get a bit of information. Mark's still stuck on the Galil, however, so not too healthy coming out from GLG. But then again, Ash is on the farmhouse. But look at this, chance through the smoke, gets a headshot onto Rec. Quiver, on the other hand, getting a frag as well. But Joseph has been spotted. The T's looking to shut him down. They shut him down successfully. However, they are in a half-decent position to try and at least plant here, providing they can, of course, pick up the bomb first.
Yeah, we've got to start with the basics here. Picking up the bomb is pretty key. They do have the site control. As Stan is going to start the plant. Second time lucky for him. Let's check a molly and window. Forces chance away to rethink his angle. Stan has the job of looking at two places at once. Could be caught off guard. But now he knows where that player is. Chance gets the frag onto Shig. It's just Stan left. Chance coming in again here. 3 frags for him. Defuse is going to be good. And GLG, they had the potential there to hold that site. They had arguably the positions. Maybe they should have rotated one of their guys into apartments so they just weren't open on site as they were. They would have had the opportunity to fend from there. And we're finally seeing a scoped rifle come out, but it's not the one we expected. Ash has picked up the auto sniper.
He has, and let's see where he's going to take it. He's actually going to be playing from CT spawn, and here we go. The good old set play. All 5 players at A ramp. They're all going to put their AKs to good use, or their Tech 9s, sorry, rather, to good use. Here we go. Ash has seen the smokes come over. One of the smokes landing in front of CT spawn, managing to block off Ash, but he has managed to tag one of these incoming terrorists in the foot. Chance here in a great position to deal a heck of a load of damage. Hat-trick from Chance. But then again, it is only an eco, but despite that, offers salvage an AK, but unfortunately down he goes, and the bomb's not going to go down. But it was a decent attempt from GLG, to say the least. But fair play to Ash and in particular Chance, yet again, who's honestly been my man of the game so far. He wasn't too impressive on Inferno, but he's been brilliant so far on Mirage, and on Cash, again, he was my player of the map as well.
It just goes to show what consistent practice can do. I mean, if you're hitting 800 frags a day on a deathmatch server or whatever it is he's hitting, it's only going to go well for you. And we can see it here, just straight down to aim, keeping his muscle memory in check. As Quiver, I'm not sure if he spotted the guy at the top of mid there. Mark gonna chuck a grenade, and it's gonna be returned with a smoke. The smoke went a little bit too deep though. Mark already threw that one. Rec looking for picks, gets the shot onto Quiver's body, gets another one onto Chance now. That's a big threat down. And where do the GLG want to go? Looks like they're going towards the B bomb site. 2 members are already here for Perilous Rage. Ash can defend this A site all by himself. There it is, the frag onto off. Meanwhile, over on B, it's just Stan. Here, he has the bomb. The nade's going to go out. Don't think that one hit. Body. As Rec now looking to go and join his teammate. 40 seconds left. 2 on 3. Joe has a great angle here. As soon as he jumps out, Stan will fall. It's all down to Rec. Could decide to just save this one, or he might decide to go for it.
I think he'll know that Joseph is on low HP from a teammate's call here. But he's got to be really careful because he's got that AWP, and look, Peaks has just spotted his head.
There it is. He knew that Joe was low, but he didn't know where Peaks or Ash was. Always the risk. So Perilous Rage now 2 rounds away. GLG forcing this one up. They're going to have a good buy for it as well. Everyone on a good amount of grenades. Bar Rec. And how are they going to execute this one? Their AWP is on off. He's got a pretty good spawn for mid, but Chance is there, ready and waiting. Legs! Shig that is, goes for the repeak. He gets tagged through the window, I believe, or it might have been a HE towards him as Rec is going to jump down. Goes for that early aggression onto Quiver. Chance now gets taken down in window, and this could be the round where GLG start to pull things back.
Yes, it could be, and let's see if it is going to be, but you can still never rule out Perilous Rage. Quality players individually, and especially when you consider the firepower that Ash has with that auto sniper. Here we go. Could see a battle between Arf and Ash. Great frag from Arf, and surely now the good-looking gamers need to capitalize on this. Maybe not. Joseph with the double. The 4 versus 2 quickly becoming even Steven at 2 versus 2. And maybe if Peaks can get a frag towards... No, he's not going to be able to, but he knows that Joseph has the bomb here. So Hoss, the CT, suddenly in the driving seat.
Thought they were down and injured. Joe pulls it out of nowhere. Now Peaks getting the frag on Stan is only going to pull things back even more so in the CT's favour. It's just Rek left now. Does he know there's a man to the left of him? He does now. Gets the headshot. We're back to a 1 versus 1, but he has to go and get the bomb, which Joe has control of. Molotov going to go across. Means that Rek can safely pick this one up. Joe forced to take his time. Really nice play. Bomb is going to be planted with about 5 seconds left on the clock. Have some extra time here. And improved his odds of winning this round. Joe coming out. Harmons drops down. Saw the head of Rek, but Rek was quicker on that one. That round, Joe thought he had it in the bag for his team with that double spray down in apartments. Rek with the great stealthy play. Gonna bring this game even closer now, and even so after that win they're gonna be stuck on a Galil and a Tech-9. The T's just goes to show, even if you win a round, your economy still doesn't get too great.
You know what I'm gonna say, aren't you?
Go on.
Yet another situation where the Molotovs have pretty much saved the day at the end of the round. It's awesome that we're finally starting to see the Molotovs being brought up more regularly in CSGO and being utilized a lot more, because not until recently have we actually, in particular these UK teams, started to see them utilize them as well as they could potentially have been doing in the past. And again, so many rounds this game have been won just thanks to the Molotovs. But look at this, Joseph is in a prime position to deal a heck of a load of damage, and good-looking gamers stampeding straight into this B-bomb site. Joseph only with one, running out of ammo in the end. Mark comes in to get a frag, trades that Galil for an M4. Arf on the flank, gets caught out himself. But Hoss is 2 versus 2, and if Rek can get this frag, which he won't, no, leaving Mark all by himself.
And if Perilous Rage win this one, it really does wreck the income bonus that GLG had been getting. Mark now does spot out one player, gets that frag, bomb taken down, and he does it! 2 versus 1, and Mark comes out on top all by himself. Just pulled it back, and now this is gonna be more than likely a free round for GLG, which they're gonna cherish. Gonna take the deficit to a mere 1 round here. This is some great UK Counter-Strike we're seeing tonight, and it's only the semi-final.
And to think we've still got 3 more, or potentially 3 more maps to go.
Yeah.
So this eco setup coming in from the CTs, it'd be really interesting to have seen them stack 5 players in one bomb site and take a gamble, but they decided to put 3 players on B, Hoss. And what's your take on that?
Well, I guess they've been seeing that GLG haven't really been going for this A site. And on a pistol round, you just got to mix it up a bit, take them by surprise, and I've missed my friend Mr. Deeg, first name Juan, and we're seeing it there. Very nice pick from the Perilous Rage man in chance. His aim's been on point. Now it mixes things up a bit for GLG. They're not sure where they need to go. Rek, though, evening things out.
Yeah, it most certainly does, and you still can't help but fancy the good-looking gamers. Mainly due to the big weapons in which they possess, and it looks like they're going to head towards the B-bomb site, where of course they'll run into 3 perilous players. We have Shig, who's actually headed towards the A-bomb site by himself. Might see him make a little bit of noise. He's trying to catch any potential rotating CTs, but he's going to be telling his teammates to surely be careful here, because the pistols, in particular Peter's P250, was in prime position to deal a heck of a load of damage. But look at this! Quiver's coming in, he hears the bomb going down, going for the knife. Quiver can't get it, and Rek has no idea what just happened. The ninja could have happened, but it didn't, and Quiver... Well, you said that all we've seen so far tonight is great UKCS, and I think that sums up UKCS from time to time. Not all the time, but from time to time. But looking at the bright side of things, Ash has salvaged an AK-47. He's going to save it for the next round. And at 14-13, this really now is anybody's game.
It really is. And Ash going to be saving this one. Goes to show that even the UK scene can be a little bit special at times. Getting the plant in the smoke, they're going for the knife, just... I don't even know what to make of it. It's almost as bad as the defuse earlier that should never have been on Inferno. I think this is one of the smokes that goes to mid-window?
Yep.
I think coming out from Stan. I think that, yeah, it bounces onto mid-window. Yeah. So, we're on a gun round here. Chance has an AWP. Let's check where he is playing from right now. He's gone aggressive, somewhat in mid. The flashbang goes in. He's going to peek away from this one. Goes up and close. Gets the frag onto half. That's what the CT's needed here. And he's just going to rotate back towards the steps area. He's going to go back round to window. Could go towards B. Looks like that's what he's going... No, he wants to play from CT instead. Stop the push. Coming in from Palace. 4 members left for GLG, all pretty spread out across the map, it has to be said as well. 1 underpass, 1 B, 1 mid, and 1 guy coming towards slope. They're just looking for picks right now, do some damage across the map, see where they can open up.
So Stan, the man, to make his way towards A ramp. There's the boost going towards window room. Shig smoking short, which means that they're going to try and hit through connector. Stan gets one, spots another in CT spawn. That other player being Chance. Great positioning from him. Great shot, and he's in a great position to get yet another. Unfortunately misses the shot. The T's closing in on him. He has to fall back. It's crucial he stays alive here, Hoss.
Is indeed, as now Rek gets the bomb down. Going to re-smoke CT, so it means that Perilous can really either come from jungle or connector, which essentially is the same angle. Look in here, they have no grenades to work with except for a flash and a smoke on Chance. Rek has a Molotov which could come in handy. They're going to flash the site. Molotov goes out towards CT. Rek will fall. Going to be straight on this defuse hit. Joseph, he doesn't have a kit. But they're able to take down Mark. It's going to be a close one. 4, 3, 2, 1. There's the defuse. And Perilous Rage now on the match point. And Arf is going to need a drop from Mark, so we may not see an AWP here. Oh no, there it is from Rek. He had about 6k, so able to splash the cash a little bit. We're now either seeing a 2-1 victory for Perilous Rage, or an overtime. And being UKCS, I'm just getting flashbacks to one of the first cups we did. One of the first community cups where we went to something like 3 overtimes between FM and Raster XD on Inferno going into the early hours. And we've still got one best of 3 left. Chance opens things up as they really want to win this one.
Yeah, they do. Like I said, Mark, very, very aggressive there. Could have gone either way, but unfortunately for him, the CT spotted him first. And, well, that death was definitely not what the doctor ordered for good-looking gamers. And by the looks of things, they're going to try and head straight into this A-bomb site. Arf, I think he's heard Quiver in that corner. Can he see that silencer? I don't think he can. He's going to get shot up the backside. There's the kill. Surely the CT, no, Wreck the frag, but he gets shut down, and Perilous Rage winning this best of 3 in style just about. And, well, what did I tell you, Hoss? I told you that the first map, which belonged to Perilous, it was very, obviously, Perilous-sided. The good-looking gamers map that they chose was obviously ridiculously one-sided in their favour. Yep. And then, what did I tell you? I told you that the third map was going to have literally almost nothing between the two sides. And normally you expect the CTs to accumulate around 10, 11 rounds on the, maybe not 11, maybe 10 to 9 rounds on the CT side of Mirage. And in this case, funnily enough, the terrorist sides were actually above average or much better than what you normally expect on Mirage. So definitely faults in both sides, but Perilous Rage coming out on top. But hey, take nothing away from good-looking gamers. I think they've done very, very well to redeem themselves after a very, very poor first map on Cash, where they pretty much looked clueless. Yeah,
I'd really like to see them play in the remaining 2 qualifiers because they were so close this time. So be sure to follow them in the remaining two. But Perilous Rage secure their spot in the ESL UK Premier League, and now they fight for the seeding of who gets first seed, and of course that £100 to winning this qualifier. So guys, we're going to take a quick break while we set up for the grand final of this first qualifier between Perilous Rage and Malik Esports. Don't go anywhere. Grab some food if you really want. Make sure you come back and tune in to some even more awesome UK CSGO.